Right, now with the clear, you actually, the clear is a little easier because it doesn't leave dark blobs anywhere. You still got to watch it because you do want a nice finish on it. And with the clear, you can actually get it on there quicker because now with the 3 coats of amber, it's starting to get quite smooth. So this stuff goes on real quick. There's no difference on how you apply it, but you do have to look at it at an angle. You do have to look at it at an angle to see if there's any holidays because it's clear. So if you don't see any spots that aren't shiny, dull spots, then you've got it. But keep the grain going the same way. Keep brushing with the grain. Be careful on the ends not to let it blob up or drip. Keep it wet, keep working it. The stuff you're moving, the stuff that you've already put down, you want to go back up into and over a few times to kind of work it all together, kind of like that. And again, I'm thinning at 20%, 15 to 20%. It's a little humid today, so I think I'm really down to only about 15% denatured alcohol. But it is being thinned because it's easier to work with. It doesn't dry quite as quick, and you can get back up into it and work it if there's spots that you need to hit over again without it being too tacky. Like I say, you get used to working with this stuff, and the more you get used to it, the faster you get and the better results you get. So after having done it a few times, like 10 or whatever, after you've done your first trailer, actually after you've done your first one or two panels or pieces of door work, you should have a good enough hang of it to be able to do a whole trailer and be happy with the results. There's also another way of doing this called the French polish, and there's a guy with a 59 DeVille. He's in my links section. Just go into the, not the links, but into the section where the viewers projects section. Go there and look for the 59 DeVille. And that guy, oh man, he made his birch look like glass. Of course, it takes a long time. It's kind of like spit shining your shoes, only you're doing it with a whole trailer. If you know anything about spit shining shoes, you know how long that takes. Imagine doing the whole inside of a 15-foot trailer. So I'm looking at this at an angle. I don't see any dull spots. So this door now has its first coat of clear on it. We'll get another one. Now this is a tack rag, and you can get these at Home Depot or anywhere else. This one's made by Norton. A tack rag is sort of a rag. It picks up dust. It's for picking up dust, and you use it after you've sanded something before you finish it, and you also use it in between finishes, even if you haven't sanded them. If you let it sit overnight and then you're going to put a finish on it, use the tack rag because dust collects on your surfaces, and you don't want to varnish that in. I'm not using varnish, but you know what I mean. You don't want to shellac that in. So anyway, these were, this one's getting its first coat of clear. All these are. And we're just going to do the same thing, just kind of slop it on there, and spread it around. Careful on the edges. See? Now something you can do when you're Oh, just waiting around for things to dry or got nothing else to do. Today's kind of a gloomy day outside and it's moist, so it's not a good day for doing shellacking outside. And it's Sunday, and I'm kind of taking it easy. So what I'm doing here is I got all the hardware off the cabinet doors, all the hinges, and you know, you can't really find an exact duplicate of this stuff anymore. I mean, you can get hinges that are just like this, and they're all chrome and shiny, and they're, you know, they're a little expensive at Lowe's or Home Depot, but the exact shape may not be the same as far as the sizes here, and so you may end up with different holes. And if you're trying to save money, you want to reuse as much of the original trailer as you can. So what I do is, because when they shellac these things originally, they just have all the hardware and everything on there, and they do it, they spray it all, they spray everything, door jambs, window frames, everything. They're not real careful with it. So what I do is I let the stuff soak in denatured alcohol, because that's the kind of thinner we use for shellac. And I let it soak in there for maybe, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes, and then I just take them out and just use a cloth and wipe them clean. And as you can see, they come out pretty nice and clean. And then what I'll do is I'll take a little 4/0 steel wool to them for any further cleaning and shining up after this, and cleans them up real nice. So, you know, some of the things you can be doing is playing with the hardware and doing, you know, if the weather's bad outside, or you just, you know, want to get something else done while you're watching TV or a movie or something like that, you can be doing things like this. You can also be shining up things like your door handles, or your grab handle, or your propane lamp. Anything that needs shining, you can be sitting in the living room with a newspaper on the floor, using the steel wool. And anything that needs to get, if you need to get rid of shellac off things, just use some denatured alcohol. Same thing that we thin our shellac down with. So just a little tip there. Well, it's blowing like crazy here today. We got clouds, but it's not going to rain. But a lot of wind coming through here, so it makes things outside hard to do. I want to get these drawers sanded and shellacked, so I'll get them sanded and then get them inside where I can shellac them without the wind. You can't have any wind when you're shellacking, of course, because it's blowing dust around all over the place. Had to take the tarp down because of the wind. But I wanted to pop these in to see if I had the color right. Let me turn the radio off. These are just in temporarily because, of course, you know, they go in on top of the new floor. So they're just sitting here. I wanted to see if I had the color match right, and it's yeah, it's real good. It's a real good color match. So, same with this side. Looks good. Alright, so we're going to begin. We got to darken that panel up a bit, and got to sand this cabinet down and re-shellac it. This one has already been sanded once and shellacked and with some amber. I got to go lightly over it again. Let's see, got an area back here to do. Have to match that panel to the one stuff on the right there. And this whole cabinet needs to be sanded and shellacked. Then everything gets a whole lot of clear. So I'm going to be in here another 4 days, at least, just doing all that. And once that's all done, we can go for the new floor. Then we can pop all the drawer fronts, all the drawers and the cabinet doors back in, and then we'll build a bed, and we'll put the backsplash in, and build a countertop and a table. Of course, the electrical and the plumbing will be finished up too. This is my bedroom. This is all the doors and drawers for the Shasta. There's the refrigerator door there. Also the propane tank and battery boxes in here. Yeah, I'm sleeping in the living room until this thing's done. Have been. This has been full of trailer parts. It's just different ones now. Working on the shellac. I've pretty much got the color matched the way I like it. Back here I got a little bit more matching to do. That's a little too light there. That whole piece there around that side of the window. One more coat on this thing, I think. I gotta still do the front, but I had to do a repair here first because that piece of wood was splitting. And yeah, I still have this to do. So, but everything else is pretty well color matched. I'm happy with it. And yeah, more and more shellac. Of course, the kitchen cabinet goes there. That's just, I just sealed that is all. Kitchen cabinet goes there, and a splash. So that's all covered up. Yeah, looking good. Alright, I've completely sanded this down with 3 different grades of sandpaper. 80, 120, and 220. And now I got the first coat of amber shellac on it. It'll get, let's see, I gotta let it dry before I can tell if it needs another real light coat of amber or not. And then it'll get a coat of clear, and that will give just about everything in here one coat of clear. Everything except that guy. I got to do a coat of clear on that guy too, that cabinet. So, okay, yeah, these 2 cabinets, and then everything will have a coat of clear on it. So then it's clear, clear, clear. 3 coats of clear on top of the already 1 clear coat. So that'll be 4 coats. Average of 6 to 7 coats total on everything in here. That's a lot of shellac, and it's all done by hand. No spraying. Yeah, it's a lot easier to just sand everything down and then spray with Varathane. Of course, you got a lot of masking you got to do. So it's hard to say which is easier to do, you know, or which takes more work. It's just all a lot of work. If you want it to look nice, it's going to take a lot of work. There's nothing you can do to speed it up. Something I just noticed. You see that? That's a leftover mark from a hinge hole, or a hinge, where a hinge was mounted. One down here too. How about that? Now, I didn't notice those before until I sanded, and I always thought that this refrigerator was original. But no, originally that was a cabinet door. So this refrigerator was added. Now, I've seen so many of these in other Shastas of the same vintage that I always thought that they just came with the trailer. I didn't know this was added. Somebody added that because it used to have a cabinet door on it. It's either that or they put the cabinet doors on them at the factory, and then if you order one with a refrigerator, they just take the cabinet door off, fill the holes, and put the fridge in. That could be what happened too, but it's, you know, I thought it was completely original. Anyway, just a funny little note there. Good up there. And it's still got 3 more coats of clear to go on it.